Today, we're going to be answering the questions that no other fitness coach wants to answer. We are going to be answering them brutally, honestly, from a non-biased, non-cope standpoint.
The first one is, I work hard to keep my physique in shape, and yet I go completely unseen by women. So we are the perfect candidates to answer this question, as that's basically like what most of this channel is about. It's about using your physique to get real world results and building the physique that does get those results.
And yeah, I can completely see why. I mean, there's almost not a single woman on earth that would genuinely take this guy seriously unless she was below a 5.
Because there's nothing wrong with the physique.
There's like, obviously there are some areas that need improving, right?
But there's guys with this physique that would see infinite more results. I'm like, this is actually kind of like what Tommy Fury's physique looks like. The problem's right here. It's the face. It's the face. And I mean, let's see if people have some integrity and are actually going to tell him the truth here. Buzz cut
the hair, bro. I don't know how guys get it so wrong. How they give the worst possible advice, and I don't know where it stems from. How would this guy benefit from a buzz cut? Please tell me, bro. It would only make the situation worse.
All you need is a wardrobe change. Clothes that show off your physique.
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And people just cope their way through life. Like, women are attracted to 90% vibe, 10% looks. A guy she vibes with well becomes attractive to her. It's just such bullshit. And there's this other interesting comment I just saw. Kinda looks like a control freak jerk. Maybe. Please don't get angry or upset. You did ask for opinions, okay? So this comment is referring to his look, and he just does have that look. It's like the hair is so perfectly just like gelled over like this.
It's like a smug look.
The stash isn't lined up. He hasn't figured out a hairstyle or a facial hairstyle that actually works for him. But realistically, he's inflamed, he's bloated, he needs to fix his face. Like, the structure isn't terrible. There's not enough volume with the hair, and his facial ratios are off as well. The top half of his head, which is his forehead, is way too large. He has a receding hairline, so he needs to cover that. I do too, bro. Like, my forehead is huge, right? That is why I cover my fucking corners of my hair.
Go back in the videos when before I used to cover my forehead. It's a bad look.
There's no shame in wanting to improve, man, but like, don't expect to see results. You need to look at yourself objectively, man. It's such a good trait to have as a man.
Next stupid question is, slimming down or building muscle more appropriate? What do you think? What do you think is more appropriate, mate? Building muscle or slimming down? That's a tricky question.
Said in the last video, guys, if you're above 17% body fat, I mandate you to cut. I just mandate you to cut. I don't care if you lose muscle. I don't give a fuck. Just cut down. Get to 12% body fat at least. And then bulk from there. A clean, whole food bulk.
This is obese. This isn't, It's just not even a question.
Yeah, so the only thing he should really be focused on is just continuing that deficit. I would go into an aggressive deficit.
Yeah, these kind of guys, I just mandate retatrutide, some sort of appetite suppressant peptide, because him being overweight for a longer period of time is going to be more unhealthy than any potential side effects of an experimental compound, but it's been anecdotally seen to be relatively safe. But like, guys like this, he'll be back and forth trying to lose the weight for months. So I would just get on an appetite suppressant, go on an aggressive cut, get lean first, deal with some loose skin, and then focus on putting on some muscle, because putting on some muscle is the last of his concerns at this moment. Both will be best for body recomposition.
So shut the fuck up.
How is he going to recomp? He would have to put on like 50 to 100 pounds of muscle mass to fill out this weight. These guys have absolutely zero idea. Should I keep bulking? Yeah, so this guy's basically done everything perfectly, because he's put on pure size, next to no fat, if any. So to answer, should he keep bulking? I think he should, because he hasn't put on any fat so far. So what's to say he's going to keep putting on fat if he sticks to the same bulking strategy? Not because it's needed, but mainly because it's working out very well so far. Yeah, exactly. Should I lean, bulk, or cut more first? So this is like the typical skinny fat build. And like we always say with skinny fat guys, usually you'd want to cut, but I think for this guy, a bulk would be better for you.
Yeah, honestly with this guy, this is actually a potential candidate for a quote unquote recomp, right? You know, he could potentially put on some size whilst losing some fat. Okay, not everyone is capable of this, and yes, obviously you're not going to put on as much muscle as if you were to do a proper bulk, or you're not going to get as lean if you do a proper cut. But I think that's a good strategy if you were to get straight into it, have a perfect plan to begin with, which you can find in the first link in the description if you want your own plan catered towards your own goals. If he were to join the school group, he could probably recomp.
Yeah, I think for these guys, honestly the most sensible approach, because not everyone's life is going to be centered around fitness and needing to track everything. And like, it's easy for us to sit here with a fitness channel where our whole lives are essentially centered around fitness and just say, you need to be on this exact calorie amount, you need to track your macronutrients. A guy like this just needs to eat healthy and lift weights. If he sticks to only whole foods, eats mainly meat and vegetables and some carbohydrates like rice or potatoes, sticks to a consistent 3-day week full body split, he's going to see good results. results. He's going to see good results, right? Because you can't really overeat on healthy foods. You're mainly going to put on muscle. That's a simple solution. What do you think I need to improve on? My physique. 33-year-old man, been working out since 15 years old natural.
Yeah, this is a fucking A+ natural physique, guys. This is an incredible physique. Lots of appeal. And I think it's a great example of you don't need the best waist or the best clavicles or the best genetics. He has been consistent for 15 years and it's evident. He's lean, he's vascular, he's got the muscle mass, he's got some like patchwork tattoos which suit him.
This is like the Jason Statham build right here.
This guy fucks and he just does. And he's got a haircut that suits him. This is about the only guy that could rock a buzz cut because he's got the head shape for it, he's got the jawline. He looks like some Russian guy that you would catch in some outdoor park or something. I don't know, it just gives off those vibes.
This is the pants. There's like basically nothing to fault. He's sub 10% body fat. He's almost got the grainy look. Almost indicative of PED usage, but I think if this is true, he has been training for over 18 years. Yeah, very possible. Does have slightly wider hips, but that's just not really a detriment to his physique because he's built so much muscle.
Continue bulking or cutting. So once again, this guy needs to cut, and that might be controversial, but I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to bulk from here, bro? Like, you've got love handles, man. You can't even see a six pack. There's just no reason why you need to continue the bulk here. Just cut down. You're not going to lose muscle mass if you do it properly. And if you've seen our videos, you'll know how to cut. You got some decent size on the delts. The arms are decent. The chest needs work.
Yeah, this is better than the other guy. It's not massively obvious to the uneducated lifter, but I mean, experienced guys will know there is 0 point in bulking past this. I would never even get to this point on a bulk, but if I did, this would be an immediate sign to cut because even things like your insulin sensitivity will be way worse at this body fat percentage, and everything you eat will kind of just go towards storing body fat past this point.
Yeah, if you're at a stage where you feel like whatever you're eating, just not doing much for you and it's just kind of adding fat onto your physique, you need to cut. You need to set yourself a new baseline.
Yeah, because your body just responds better to nutrients when you're lean as well.
Yeah.
This is more of a personal choice.
It's not a personal choice.
We're coming into bulk season, just roll with it. Perfect body, keep the bulk going.
Such low standards, guys. I hate this as well. And I hate that some guys are just like, oh, this is my personal preference to do it this way. But your way is wrong. Okay, yeah, you could bulk, all right? If you want to be fat, fine. But there's no one that actually wants to be fat. But when people are just like, this is my approach and I like to do it like this, and then they're just like, they've been in the gym for 10 years and just have suboptimal results. It's like, no, pull your ego aside and trust some actual coaches or trust some knowledgeable people.
Because I mean, if this guy bulks, he's not going to lose body fat. He's either going to stay at the same body fat or gain body fat, unless he's a new lifter. But from what I can see, he's definitely got enough training to the point where a recomposition would be questionable.
Weight loss journey. How can I improve my abdomen? Yeah, see, this is, if you get this obese, if you get this overweight, it's pretty much over for your physique. You're never going to have a truly attractive aesthetic physique unless you get some surgery done, right? That is a big caveat. If you actually get the loose skin cut off and you really spend some time packing on some serious muscle, I've seen some insane transformations.
Yeah, honestly, for a guy like this is going to be wild, but I would delve into some unnatural ways of gaining some mass to fill out that skin. He needs to get to this size with muscle mass to fill out his frame. Yeah. Intelligent PED usage would be smart for this guy.
100%, man. He also needs to get the face in check if he wants to actually see any results. Obviously, this is very inspirational. This is insane, this transformation. Like, most guys on the left, that's the end of it, right? They will just die like that at an early age.
When we're not taking anything away from the transformation at all, this is amazing, and it's obviously going to inspire a lot of guys to lose weight. It has 3.1k upvotes, so it's amazing stuff. But if we're being like non-cope and hypercritical here, yep, it needs to get the loose skin cut off, and I would probably fast track your results with some intelligent PED usage, because there is intelligent ways to do it. Obviously, it's not going to be as healthy as just being natural. I mean, if this guy does enjoy life like this and he's not that superficial, because to be honest, we're pretty superficial. I care a lot about the appearance of my physique, and if this guy's the same, yeah, I'll think of some alternative routes than the natural one. For the abdomen, not much you can do really except lose more body fat, get the skin cut off, and then maybe potentially train abs.
Yep.
But even that won't make too many improvements.
This is just why you never get to this point to begin with, but I know some people just don't have the fitness knowledge or the willpower, or on a serious note, I do actually wonder how people get to this point, because it's not like you wake up overweight, and maybe I don't understand, right? But I have been chubby. I would call it chubby, right? And I do understand the mentality of like gluttony.
But we have to mention, sadly, some kids end up like this because of decisions that their parents make. Because when you're growing up, obviously you just kind of eat what you're given, and some parents just don't have the self-control or don't have the love for their children, I guess, to feed them healthy foods. It blows my mind. It's absolutely cruel what some parents do to their kids, but sadly, this is the end result.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgraceful, guys. And it does get confusing, and I think parents as well, this is a good point to make. They're so overworked these days, just people in general trying to bring up a family in 2025 or, in this new generation. It's extremely difficult, right? It is very hard trying to balance work and everything else, and then also have the nutritional knowledge. Now, I'm not going to cope. I think that should be at the forefront of your mind, and nutrition always comes first, and your health always comes first. Especially once you've got a kid, I think you should really prioritize feeding your kid the best stuff possible. If you do want all the knowledge, how to cut, how to bulk safely, and you want our entire cookbook filled with healthy foods and even low-calorie food swaps for foods that you probably enjoy, you can go to that first link in the description. Guys are making insane transformations with the content that's inside. It's got over 100 plus exclusive videos from us, over 17 courses on how to build the aesthetic physique.
Or you can just click that button right there, subscribe to the channel as well, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.